I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game because man is the most dangerous animal of them all. This is part one of a three-part ciphered letter that's 408 characters sent to the newspaper. At the time, it was thought of just some twisted joke, but became one of the most famous stories since in the late 1960s. I'm going to be talking to you about how the gruesome killings became, the murderers themselves, and to this day how it's still a big modern day mystery. I'm going to be talking to you about my personal favorite, unknown, infamous Zodiac killer. To kill something gives me the most thrilling experience. It is better than getting your rocks off with a girl. Part 2 of the cipher. The Zodiac caused many chaos and scared many of the citizens and detectives of everybody in the cities. As notorious as he was, according to biography.com, it is only certain he killed 5 people, even though he claimed to have killed 37. Crime Library says that it may have started on October 30th, 1966, with a woman, an 18-year-old named Cherry Jo Bates. She was slashed 3 times in the chest area, once in the back, and 7 times across her neck. She was left nearly decapitated to be found next to Riverside City College. It is not fully proven that Cherry Jo Bates was murdered by him since of the time difference from 1966 to 1968. However, the killer did send letters saying, "Bates had to die, there will be more." Now skip to December 20th, 1968, when the Zodiac killer shot 2 teenagers on a date in California. The teenagers were parked in a Lover's Cove. David Faraday and Bertie Lou Jensen were parked in the cove when the killer drove up behind the car and shot Faraday once in the head and Jensen in the back 5 times. Half a year later, on July 4th, 1969, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Maggio were in the Blue Rock Spring Park, Vallejo. Both were shot multiple times, while Maggio survived and Ferrin died from the attack. Robert Graysmith says in his book that neither murders were actually connected until the letters first appeared in his newspaper at the San Francisco Chronicle, while he was working as a cartoonist. The letters were sent to the San Francisco Chronicle, the San Francisco Examiner, and the Vallejo Times Herald. He sent 3 letters that read as follows. Dear editor, this is the murderer of the 2 teenagers last Christmas at Lake Herman plus the girl on the 4th of July near the golf course in Vallejo. To prove that I killed them, I shall state some facts only I plus the police know. Christmas. Brand name of ammo, Super X. 10 shots were fired. The boy was on his back with his feet to the car. 4th of July. The girl was wearing patterned slacks. The boy was also shot in the knee. Brand name of ammo, Western. Along with a 3-part cipher each newspaper got. The Vallejo part, the Examiner, and the Chronicle. The ciphers were decoded by a high school teacher and his wife from Salinas. In one of the letters, it stated that he included his name, which it wasn't. On September 27, 1969, the Zodiac attacked a couple named Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard. He stabbed Shepard more aggressively and more in general than Hartnell. And Robert Graysmith, in his opinion, thinks that the Zodiac killer is actually a misogynist, as he spent more time killing the women victims as opposed to his male, leaving 2 male victims surviving the entire time. He left a message on the car door of Brian Hartnell. The last victim that can be proven to be a victim of his is a cab driver named Paul Stein. The killer shot him 1 time in the neck and sent a letter in the San Francisco Chronicle, along with a piece of his shirt with blood on it. The letter then threatens to make that kids make nice targets, and that he should bomb a school bus, he should pop a school bus tire and pick the little kiddies off one by one as they come bouncing out. This is all that's been proven to be evidential proof of his evidence. A couple other things happened that would take a lot longer to explain. To me, the entire thing resembles a long book with a sadistic mastermind murderer. He only did a couple more letters, taunted some people very much involved in the case, and threw a baby out of a car window. However, to this day, it is still a mystery, and more people become interested every day. As an example, Robert Graysmith, author of The Zodiac, his book, blamed a man by the name of Arthur Leanne Allen. Graysmith stated, with all the coincidence between the murders and the Allen, is way too much to be a coincidence and had to be proof he was the killer. However, DNA tests denied this, saying he is not. On May 16th, of this year, CNN released an article of a man who stated that a picture of his father has shocking resemblance to a sketch provided by 3 teenagers on the day of murder. One of his letters he sent, one of his last ones, a 340-character cipher which revealed his name, and to this day, it has not been solved and cracked by anyone. Almost 45 years, and no progress has been done or have any advancements in the past decade on the case. The Zodiac Killer was infamously known and never caught. While there were a bunch of killings, there has never been a proven suspect at all. After gruesomely killing 5 people and claiming 37, he threatened school children, the lives of detectives and citizens, having the tenacity to send letters to become popular. And to this day, is my favorite serial killer, and a lot of others, as weird as that sounds. Knowing his name is on the last cipher he sent, it's all just waiting for either someone to solve the case or the mystery itself.